Hello paper crafters, I'm Sunny Sky and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US. And today we are making this window card that you could use for any sort of big celebration, whether it's an anniversary or a birthday or any other kind of event. Any kind of number would fit in this really well. So we're using a clear acetate window and some cute dies that we have in the catalog. So come join me. So here are the sizes you need for this project. There's a piece of acetate up here. It's hard to see because it's clear, but that's the 4x3, and then I've just put the sizes to the right here, so just pause if you need to take those down. We are taking the full card and the layered down piece, and we're going to run them through the Big Shot at the same time with the window frame, because we're going to use both portions of this on the inside and the outside of the card. Not using the ledge that comes with it on this particular card. And I just need to make sure that that's exactly straight, and I want to bring it down. I don't want it to be down too far because I've got that greeting that I'm going to put at the bottom, so I have to have room for that. But I'm running through both sheets of cardstock at once so that it'll be lined up perfectly. Let me just set this down very carefully. And I'm going to run it back and forth through. Because we're doing 2 layers of cardstock, I want to make sure that it gets full cut on everything, and there's a few scoring things that go there. And you know, I should have angled that die when I put it through. It would have had not quite so much resistance. You can see my table's wobbling a little bit as I'm running these through. Okay, but now we've got both pieces of cardstock pushed through here. Okay, let me get this out of the way. All right, you won't need your center windows, but you will want the pieces of, we're actually just using the white on the outside, and then we'll use this berry burst on the inside. And on the inside portion, see, it's a little hard to get all of those out. You get a little bit of squirrely things from the die. And my white one is still in the die itself. Okay, let me get my paper piercing tool here and just pop those out and get that started very gently. One thing about doing a couple layers of cardstock is it really smushes it into the die there because it's trying so hard to cut through both layers. Okay, so I'm just going to, because this berry burst, you can see those bits of white on there, I'm just taking my die brush. I'm just trying to get some of those sides off. You set the window right in. So I'm going to take this acetate sheet, and that's going to be the center of my window. But I need to get the outline of the window, so I've got it upside down so that the creases are on the front of the card. We're on the inside of the card right now. And I've got some mini glue dots here, and I'm going to place some of these so that they are over the window as well as over the base of the card. So I'm covering both portions of the image. Okay, I've gone ahead and put several around here. Now I'm going to put this acetate sheet in there. And I just want to make sure that the acetate sheet covers all of the window itself. Okay. And then I'm going to put some more dots on top of that. Some more glue dots. Because I also am going to need to do the inside. We're using this reverse in here. And I want to make sure that that one is glued down as well. So I'm putting more glue dots on the top of the acetate, just like I put some underneath, that are on the border. So that part of the glue dot is on the window pane and part of it's on the full card. Then placing this, and let me get some more adhesive just on the regular portions of the card out here. Placing my sheet of white, and I'm just going to use that window pane to line up so that I've got it exact, and because we ran them through together, you've got the correct dimension around there. And then we're going to put this in place, but I'm going to trim off, I want the white centers to show through. So I'm just going to cut out the panes that show on the inside so that I just have a full window as if it was one large window. Okay. And then just line that up and fit it right inside. Right inside that cover, and then you've got your window on the front. Okay, so you've got 3 layers here. You have the white, then you have the clear acetate, and then you have the berry burst on the inside. So that is how we're making the window portion. Okay, we're doing one other thing with the big shot for this card, and that is this celebrate portion here. And remember, I did that on this one where it's an impressed item, but we're getting some color on the top too, just because you can't really help but get some color on the top. So what I'm doing is gently putting this die on the ink pad. This is the word that's embossed, not debossed. It's the part that's sticking up, and I'm going to try and get ink on that word. I'm going to end up getting some ink on the areas around the word, but what I'm really trying to do is get inked up on the word. Okay, and then I'm taking that little thin sheet of cardstock. I'm going to set it over here, and I can see where I'm lining it up. I have ink on the other side, and I'm lining this up on this side. And you could cut a larger piece of cardstock, but I found that since I could line it up because it was clear exactly, I could do it on the exact side I needed. And then I'm going to run this through the big shot. Okay, pulling this out of the big shot. You can see I kind of like those little polka dotty things that showed up there. Adds to the festiveness of this. And remember, when you're cleaning this off, this is just plastic, so just run it through your over your faucet is a great way to take care of that. Now, this glimmer paper that we're adding this onto does not like adhesive. So we're going to use dimensionals rather than Snail on here. And that adds a little dimension too, so that's a good bonus. But it'll just stick better to the glimmer paper than if you were just using a flat adhesive or a liquid adhesive. All right, so we're just going to line that up. And then the back side of that is going to fit just fine on the card. That's not hard to stick. It's just the glitter side that is difficult to stick. Now, because this is a darker card, on the inside of the card, it might be a little hard to read what you wrote. So, if you get a little sheet of white, I think I'm running to the end of my snail there, and I'm just going to make that have the same dimensions along the bottom. Then I've got some colorful areas to, or some white areas to write in my grading down at the bottom. And then we're going to add a little bit of ribbon to the front. Take my ribbon, and you need maybe 6 inches or so. I'm just going to do it while it's on the spool here. And you can see too that my white writing area, it comes right up to that window. If I'd put it any higher, we would see it through, and we wouldn't want that. So that's part of why I did that short section on there, because I did want the berry burst to show through. So that's this fun window card. Isn't that fun? All right, I said fun too much on this project, I think. But anyways, there's 2 color versions, masculine, feminine, birthday, anniversary, any kind of big event you could do this card for. So thanks for joining me today. Love it if you give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share with a friend, and if you don't already have a demonstrator, shop on my website and have some fun stamping today. All the details, remember, are listed in the comments section below, or the description section below this video. So there is our fun celebrate card for today with glitter numbers for a birthday, anniversary, whatever big occasion. I'd love for you to give me a thumbs up on this video. Remember, the Supplies I used are all in the description below, as well as a link to my website where you can shop. And go have some fun stamping today.